3-minute rounds we've been having earlier. I believe this one will be 5 3-minute rounds. And, you know, daughter, it's been great working with you tonight.
It has been great working with you tonight, Dad.
You're getting the experience there. You got your wrestling career's going good. You're learning more and more MMA. Your striking's going good. Anything you feel like you need to work on, do you ever think you might actually step in this cage? Are you happy calling the action from the cage side?
I think stepping in the cage is a possibility. Not looking forward to getting my face smashed in like a couple people here tonight. But I have liked commentating so far.
Well, you know, I'd rather see you do that than put on some skippy underwear like the ring card girls and working around the cage. So
I think that's every dad's worst nightmare.
Using your knowledge and that you have, which is quite a bit. You know, I think it's a good thing and can only help you out in things that you do in the future.
Are we the first daddy-daughter commentating group?
I believe we may be the first daddy-daughter commentating team, at least in MMA. You know, guys, let me know. Email me. Hit me up on Twitter, Dan the Wolfman. Guys, go to my YouTube page. Subscribe, please. Dan the Wolfman 1. Sorry for the shameless plugs, but filling some airtime here before the main event. And, you know, I got 1,000 videos on YouTube.
One of them is me doing this crazy neck manipulation and taking him down in like a second flat.
Yeah, we did some live grappling here last weekend at Warrior Way in Michigan, Harvey Berman School. And while I was going for a single leg, my daughter did the chin rip, slammed me down hard. After that, I hit a sit out. She went for my back. It's a pretty cool video if you want to watch it. Almost short choked me out. And ends in a pretty rare submission as well, you know, catch wrestling style. So
that hurt, let me tell you.
Yeah, check out some of Caitlin the Wolf Cub's videos online, hitting the pads at King's MMA. Shout out to Master Rafael Cordero. Just got to do a little bit of grappling, ground and pound sparring with Fabricio Verdum last week, which was pretty cool. And love it there at King's MMA. At Black House, a few months I spent there, and you know, MMA is really coming a long way. You know, we saw some pretty lower level skilled stuff here tonight. We have also seen some pretty high level skilled stuff.
Even some crazy attempts of stuff that people obviously weren't ready for.
Yeah, indeed. You know, and you know, I gotta say I was impressed by the ground positioning and the armbar by Michael Robinson in the last fight. Timmy Buckingham. No, yeah, Timmy Buckingham. Sorry, Timmy. Sorry about that. We get the best notes we can. Sometimes hard to read. Timmy Buckingham, with only 2 fights, taking on a guy with 33 fights and beating him. He looked incredibly impressive. I don't know how good his striking is yet. Hopefully he has a good striking coach. He has good grappling coaches. Training in the Ribeiro Jiu-Jitsu Association. I did myself for a year. And you know, he looks like he could really be a prospect. And you see that in an amateur fighter with only 3 fights. That's pretty amazing to say.
There are a few people here tonight that I'm looking for their names in the future.
Yeah, who else stood out?
I believe we have a match being added to the card.
I'm horrible at this job.
Now, Marshawn Hughes killed earlier, if I remember correctly.
Looks like we're having a special attraction grappling match coming up here.
And Cassie letting
Either
us
that
know
or
that
we're
this
going
is
old
round
school
1.
Bill Tudo, Vanderlei shoot box style. This says fight number 14. I don't know if these guys are going to go bare knuckle on each other or grappling match action becoming. Okay. We got Brandon Zeter versus Michon Williams. Michon Williams out of Team Relentless. Brandon Zeter's only 16 years old and looks like he has a 3-0, I'm guessing, a grappling record. Perhaps it's an MMA record. Looking for a low ankle pick. Hello Japan style. Little shout out to my old friend Dave Gardner, won the Freestyle World Championships before famously or infamously saying hello Japan and getting choked out by Shinya Aoki. Sean Williams in the front, turtle front headlock position. Corner's calling for the Anaconda. Trying the gator roll here. Doesn't have the Anaconda locked up here. Guillotine rolling in him out. Pushing the hips. Getting back out is Brandon. Brandon in the side control now.
So far, this has been very interesting.
Brandon tries to step over him out. Gets put in the half guard, however. Now in the full guard. No, half guard. Getting the knee in.
Now he has the full guard.
He's got his arm back. He's got a triangle there.
Corner's asking him to stuff that arm. Go for the triangle with his right leg. Getting the knee leg stuffed now. Knee through pass.
Side mount.
Working the pass. Cutting around the corner.
You can get your guard back. Happens a million times in practice. Let's go. Back up. Back up.
Marshawn's corner is calling for him to get back up.
Marshawn's getting some good cornering. I don't know. Is Brandon getting some cornering here? Or is he just a young grappling wizard?
I don't
Oh,
know.
nice lift. Turning the corner with his head. Good double leg finish there. Scored for armbar. Little short armbar.
Failed
action.
attempt.
Little too fast. Little too active. Should pass to the left now. Go knee through. One way than the other. Like Carlos Newton did over in Pride back in the day. Leg lock position. Little 50-50 leg lock position here now. Keeping the weight down heavy is Brandon.
Marshawn has some sort of half
Marshawn
guard.
needs to slide down. You're not going to get any compression there. I guess gets a tight 2-on-1 on the legs. He needs to slide down on the leg there and start going for a heel hook or ankle lock.
I do hear a corner for Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon Zeider. Nice, calm, controlled.
Let's get our guard back.
Both of them seem very calm and controlled.
Come around, knee through pass again. Sean Williams needs to take these actions, scramble.
Maintain position.
Corner yelling him, maintain position. I'm not sure how good his guard is. Yeah, he's been able to maintain it. Not sure how good his finishing skills are from his back.
Hand control. Hand control.
Even in a grappling fight, you know, I might push the hits or a Heisman Trophy my way in, out, get back to my feet, and look to get on top. But
10 seconds.
Let's go for something. You got 10 seconds. Try it out. Try something. Try something. 10 seconds.
Marshawn's corner is calling it for him to try something in the last 10 seconds.
Oh, time.
Who do you think won that round?
I don't know if anyone's judging this or if it will be a draw at the end of the rounds if it doesn't go to submission. But I'd have to give that to Brandon, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to call because most of the time the guy on top is given the round, but Marshawn had guard.
Actively passive.
Check it out. Also,
I like the activity.
Premier Custom Trailer.
He did try for that short
commentary tonight, coming all the way from the West Coast. We got Dan Wolf, the Wolfman, in the house tonight. Our lovely ring girls tonight. We want to say thanks to Cassie and Chelsea tonight. Looking good, looking right. Ladies and gentlemen, Scavenger Motorsports for your parts, for all of your metric motorcycles. Check it out at Scavenger Motorsports. Gold Nugget.
Some grappling action.
Time for the corners to get out of there.
Or you want to go buy something, go to Gold Nugget.
Ready?
Zeter's very composed out in front of a crowd in the cage at only 16 years old.
Circle, circle, circle. Don't just back up. Nice job. Nice. Nice.
Nice sprawl, Marshawn. Get the single now. Gets the takedown into guard.
Impressive part.
Nice little.
Marshawn's already had
kind of a choke attempt there for a second.
I wonder if either of them have a wrestling background.
Now that it's reversed, let's see how Brandon does from his back. He has seemed to have good top control.
All right, Marshawn, pick him up and force him to do the anaconda. Make his guard tired. Pick him up, Marshawn. No, not one arm, not one arm. Pick him up. Stand up.
Marshawn's corner.
Not put one arm back for possible triangle. Try and knee through. Could end up in a leg lock position here. Scramble back to the feet.
That was a pretty good scramble.
And taken back down by Brandon.
Into
Brandon
a full guard position.
Okay.
Got it.
No, you don't have it.
Loose on the guillotine, slips his head out.
Okay.
Good overhook on that arm. Needs to be working for some movement plotters. Are going to control the arm that way.
I think from the way it looks here, I don't have a good position, but I think the armbar from guard is open.
Marshawn, his arms are back. You can triangle. Here it is.
But the corner calling for a triangle.
Looking for a double underpass here. Coming back. Getting swept a little bit. Regaining his base.
Back in guard.
Coming on the outside, head and arm triangle here. We're talking Jeremy Horn, Chuck Liddell style. He needs to get the arms deeper. Get those arms together. There we go. Should put the hand to his head here.
Nice job.
Put the hand to his own head here to really get the squeeze good.
Marshawn's corner is very supportive.
Slowing down now here in the full guard. Posturing up. Ooh, picking him up with a big slam. I guess we got no NAGA grappling rules here. Here, Michigan Battle League will bring it to action, even if it's just a grappling match.
Only grappling, only boxing, all full MMA, no matter what it is. There is
almost
action.
As impressive, Rob, as your famous feet up to the ceiling guillotine suplex, WWE style. You pulled in a real grappling match at an MMA event just like this back in the day at LaPorte, Indiana.
Way back in the day. Like dinosaurs' day.
That was like 70 pounds ago.
Yes, it was. Looking for an armbar from bottom here. IMAC 2 back in the day. Rob, the commentator, pulled off an amazing feat that will not be seen before getting armbarred by the little Wisniewski brother. One of the Wisniewskis fighting in the UFC. Both very good MMA fighters and grapplers in their own right. And of course, Rob coming into that with striking experience, street fighting experience, and absolutely no grappling training.
That's the end of our second round.
The second round. I don't know if we're going to a third.
By Tractor Supply Company.
Very closely matched are these guys.
And US 131.
Corners coming in. Now, the crowd isn't getting very amped for this, even though there's lots of technique.
It's actually very fast-paced for a grappling match. You know, if this was at a tournament and one guy's going to pass and hold for points, I don't know if this is getting scored or if this is getting judged at all round by round, or if it's just, you know,
go until there's a submit.
Yeah, we're probably going 3 rounds and maybe only submission's way to win, or maybe someone's going to point the winner. I'm actually not sure here, but either way, you know, what did you think of those 2 big slams?
Those are some very impressive slams, but I'd just like to point out that Williams has already had 1 fight on this card.
Yeah.
This really speaks to his condition.
Indeed, I guess the guy wants as much experience, especially in front of the crowd, as he can get.
Experience never hurts. Before tonight, Marshawn did not have a single match. I mean, only 128 pounds, but he's pulling through.
Marshawn, in your stand. There you go. I like that. I like that. Keep doing that. Confusing. Nice double A. Nice job.
Takedown here in a half guard.
Almost rolled over, but the cage happened to be in the way.
Ooh, that may be a tight guillotine, though. He needs to elbow down and turn to the right. Not sure about the leg positioning here. Got kind of a half and half guard, knee guard through. Oh, ankle lock set up, yes, and he sits back for the ankle lock. He needs to slide down on the ankle, though.
Brandon trying to remain his composure.
He's belly down and arches back up to the ceiling.
Okay, you don't have it anymore, Marshawn.
Marshawn needs to arch his back, but he lets go.
I like that we're getting some submission steps and in and out by Brandon Zeter.
Let him go. Let him go. Be careful.
Taking the back, could slide out for an armbar.
Marshawn ends up on top.
Sean in case of Katami sit-out position here. Needs to keep his head low here.
Both men struggling for power.
The legs here, almost like a reverse triangle. Doesn't quite have the head hook, but has the arm hooked and manages to come on top. Beautiful scrambling ability here. The guillotine here. In a half guard, though. If Rashawn Williams can get his legs together and stretch him out with the half guard, he should be fine with some hand control.
He wants that guillotine, hand control.
Marshawn's corner letting him know to watch out for the guillotine.
Nice job.
And he's out.
Now work your pass, Bradley, so we can go for a submission.
Okay, you know we got good cardio. Work here.
Brandon's in a position where he could kick that right leg over and sit back for a heel hook of his own real fast, or the spin around knee bar, famously pointed out by Rob to my rare submission defeat.
It worked for Kondo.
It did indeed. Brandon stepping way up like he's just going to pull that wrist and go for a short armbar again. Getting some pretty funky leg positions here. You know, when you get some of these young guys, they got the flexibility and the scrambling, but now going for an ankle lock. But he's got to figure forward. You know, that's the old kind of jiu-jitsu way, not the best way. You'd rather have the wrist up, so the sharp part of the bone on the Achilles tendon.
Both guys are gassing, but, I mean, they've gone strong for a long time now.
Fast scrambling. Good submission attempt.
Are they?
I want someone to punch him in the
Are
face
they
now, but I
talking
don't
to
think
each
that would
other?
be very sportsman.
I think.
It's grappling only.
Ooh.
Ankle lock attempt now, but the legs are on the outside and he pulls him in and out. Unless he can get a 2-on-1 here, or at least the 2-on-2 pinching the knees together. Getting the legs in now. No, not
Marshawn
quite.
in
Marshawn
half mount,
gets him out,
but gets rolled over.
Flip him.
And corner said flip him, and he did.
Time is up.
Really nice grappling match. That was actually exciting to see. And Marshawn Hughes, sorry, we could say Marshawn Williams. Marshawn Hughes, who fought earlier tonight, my goodness, showing a lot of heart out there, showing a lot of conditioning, coming back later on in the card to get more experience. I love to see that.
Give it up, guys.
I mean, he's had to warm up twice. He's gone through 2 different matchups.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3
Everything
hard-fought
can be said
rounds of
about his
grappling
cardio.
jiu-jitsu, your winner, Bradley Tyler.
Yeah, sorry if we butchered the names a little bit here. I believe it's Marshawn Hughes and Brandon. I believe it was Zeter. We've been calling Zeter. I'm not sure if that's what I heard there, but good grappling match by both gentlemen.
Brad's 16 years old, 3-0 in his MMA fights. This makes his first grappling match win. Fought twice in one night, his last fight. And well, we're looking to see big things out of Brad. We hope to have him back. He took this grappling match literally like 30 seconds before he got in here. His fighter pulled out. So I want to say congratulations to Brad. Thank you for stepping up to the grappling match. Thank you so much.
Brandon Zietler at only 16 years old. This is his 4th ever time getting in the ring and his first ever grappling match. That's a lot of pressure, but he pulled it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event of the evening. This is for the 185-pound Michigan Battle League belt on the line right now. Introducing to you your first fighter, Steve Cowboy Franklin.
We are going for the belt now, folks.
At least I worked in a hard combat there at the end. All right, we got Steve Franklin in the ring.
Sing it, Phil. Sing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing you your next fighter, Dan the Destroyer Fox.
Dan the Destroyer Fox now making his way to the cage. Middleweight, 185-pound title fight.
Looking tough.
That puts this one at 5 3-minute rounds, if I remember correctly.
Earlier I was told it would be 5 3-minute rounds. We'll see if that holds up.
You know, that's kind of
Might have been some last-minute backroom negotiating going on here to make sure this fight took place. And apparently it's going to, so I don't know what perhaps the hiccup might have been, but it is on.
Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about the round or the time limit and it gets finished. Because I never think anything for a belt should be decided by judges.
You're all for the finishes, aren't you?
I'm all for the finish. You got to leave it all out in the ring. You don't want to leave your fate to somebody else's opinion.
You guys look like they got the kind of tough ref in there that seems to do fast stand-ups and not like any funky action there in the cage. Both ring card girls coming out, showing the title belt on the line.
We've got Phil the Voice Davey telling us it's going to be 5 3-minute rounds.
Introducing you first, the fighter fighting to my left, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, standing 5'10". He's represented by the Hit Squad, fighting out of Elkhart, Indiana, Steve, a Cowboy Franklin. And now, introducing the fighter standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, also weighing in at 185 pounds, standing 5'11". He's an independent mixed martial artist, fighting out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, Dan the Destroyer Fox!
I gotta say, Dan Fox kind of looks like Brian Johnson. Now there's a name from the past.
Know the rules, listen to my commands at all times. If you guys are gonna touch glove, touch now. Come out swinging, it's a clean fight.
Here we go!
Come out swinging. Good words from the ref.
So you can set the pace first, maybe establish the jab.
Judge, fight it, let's go!
Franklin in the blue cowboy shorts. Franklin with an outside low kick lands. And a second one. Huge overhand right, running into the clinch against cage.
Underhooks, Dan. Pummel to underhooks.
Trying to short double rip him off the cage. Getting put in the guillotine choke, however. And a high crotch lift. Daniel Cormier style to the ground. Right into side mount.
Hey, Dan, weather the storm, Dan.
Dan the Destroyer is doing really well here.
Make him work now, Dan.
Dan Fox holding on tight here. Franklin now trying to crossface, get some space. Little short elbow, not enough space to get any heat on it, though.
You know, we don't have the Cowboys record. I wonder what that could be.
Franklin steps in the mount now.
They're very close on weight. They're both at right around the 185-pound
You know,
mark.
I have an amazing way that speeds up all MMA action forever. A little secret to stop the guy from a hug surviving like that's going on right now. I really wish some guys would learn it.
That's hard, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, both are even on height and weight, so we'll see.
Steve Franklin getting warned here for holding the fence. Gets rolled over.
Triangle, Dan. Keep your hands on his stomach, Dan.
Dan Fox now on top in the guard.
Push his head to the fence, Dan. Drive his head against
See
the
if
fence
things
hard.
can change around here in this title fight.
Dan's corner calling for him to drive the other man's head into the fence. I'm sure that won't feel good for the Cowboy if it happens.
Gotta work. I need to see some more. Dan, drive his head into the fence really hard. Punch.
Referee stops.
This action does not. This ref does not like the slow action, quick stand up, but they really weren't doing anything.
No.
Hands up, Dan.
I think that was a good call.
He's gonna come wild, Dan.
Dan Fox needs to get his chin down up high. There we go. Now he's getting it down, shaking it out. He needs to get the chin down.
If I were the Cowboy, I would have capitalized on that.
And there he does get cracked by a huge right hand. Double underhooks now. You just go for a leg hook takedown here maybe, or bounce him off the cage for like a lateral drop tie tosh.
We've seen a lateral
Outside
drop
leg
tonight
attempted.
before, but you got to be careful to get your hips underneath you because otherwise it won't turn out right.
I'm trying to dig the other one in.
Dan Fox gets the right arm pummeled in now.
10 seconds left.
Like high crotch again.
I need you guys to work.
End of the round.
I need a 10 seconds left.
The ref is calling for these guys to work. It's just not going well. I can't tell if they're tired or just saving it for when they need it.
Well, that was pretty back and forth. You know, Franklin had it on top. He had him against the cage at the end, but Dan Fox did manage to get a reversal and get on top. Really not a lot of damage was done.
Well, Wolfman, what do you think? Are they saving themselves because they know this is potentially going to be a longer fight?
You know, I don't know. Dan Fox needs to let his hands go more for sure. He's really kind of being tentative out there. Franklin seems to be controlling the action a little bit better. I would sway towards giving him the first round, but it was pretty much a toss-up.
I have to agree.
He seems to have this calm look on his face throughout the entire round.
I don't know if that's a good look for a destroyer.
You gotta be calm, but you gotta be ready to move fast.
The last time I saw that look was Oleg Taktarov.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't take that kind of punishment tonight, though. Well, we'll see what happens.
Here we go.
Steve Franklin trying outside low kick that misses. Oh, spinning back fist attempt hits the back.
But his hand was open. It wasn't in a good solid fist.
Little kick to the liver lands. Going on a double leg now, takedown. Dan Fox on top.
Take your time. Watch the triangle. Good job.
Triangle setup coming, stuff in the right arm.
I think the Cowboy's looking for it.
Little hammer fist to the face just to let him know he was paying attention.
Put your forehead in his chin. Put your forehead
And that right arm gets wrapped up because it was on the mat. Left arm as well, double overhooks here. If he can keep that, the referee will probably stand it up quick. He is quick. They stand it up here in the amateur fights.
Referee's already calling for work.
And I need to try and pick him up, slam him maybe, get some space. Slip an arm
Short
up,
slam.
limb noodle it out.
Put your forehead in his face.
I'm all right with that. Keep it going, though. I need work.
Keep your forehead in his
An exact quote from the
Just posture up now,
destroyer's
pull that
corner.
right arm out.
Put
He
your
doesn't wanna lose
forehead
the
in
top
his
position.
face.
When headbutting's not legal, it's the next best thing.
Good. Hey, Dan, put your forehead right on his face.
Put your forehead right on his face.
Dan
It's a
Fox
sound-
needs to work
it's a
on just
sound
using his back muscles, his core strength, and getting his posture up.
Getting some rights in.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
There.
Watch the triangle, watch the triangle.
Tripod it
The
up
crowd
a
is
bit.
calling for more action.
Legs are over, possible triangle position, but no angle of attack yet. Seems pretty loose. Sliding
Slips
the arm
out.
now. Trying to turn the corner, but back in the guard.
Armbar. Good. Dan, turn his head this way. Turn his head to me.
Lands a hammer
Turn his head away from
fist.
this corner. Keep hitting those.
Luckily, Dan's in his corner on top, so he can push him back to the cage.
Looking good.
Listen to his
Keep working,
corner.
guys.
But his head's down all the time. You're not going to land any effective ground and pound then. You got to get your head over your opponent's head or straight up and get some nice posture action going on. You need some space.
Keep tapping his face.
I don't know. He either needs to go for a sub or get in some groundwork.
He's got to get the head control broken. His posture's broken on bottom really well. Stu Franklin has kept his posture broken well, wrapping around that neck, wrapping around that head, pulling it down.
Ref calling for work.
Gotta work. Throw some shots, Dan. Stand up twice.
You know, the Cowboy's covering his face pretty good. I would recommend some good solid body shots.
You know, you can bring some elbows back
keep
to
them
the
coming.
legs. Bring some elbows down to the ribs. You know, forearm shivers.
You know, good solid elbow to the shoulder works too.
When the face isn't open, you have to go for something else because the ref's calling to stand it up.
The
I
ref's
mean,
letting him know he's going to stand him up.
Ref gave him a lot of warnings first, so I'm all for that. That gives the fighters a chance to work. I
He
hate it
kept
when
his
ref
word.
does a fast stand-up with no warnings for action to the fighter.
ref trying to keep it interesting for the audience here.
Both guys showing big overhand rights. Dan Fox getting a takedown in him out. Possible arm triangle submission. Head and arm choke. That looks. Oh, the arm is not across the face, so the arm's really up high. He should be able to defend this. He has his heart.
10 seconds left. Can he do it? No, he gives it up.
Punch, go, go, go. Throw some shots.
Boy, both guys are really not throwing enough strikes when they get a dominant position, with top position.
No,
When
you
you're
can
getting-
you
let the hands
can
go.
you can tell the ref's getting really impatient with this fight. It's their job to bring a good performance, and so far it's only so-so.
Remember, guys, we're going to the third round here in this title fight.
And now we can see Cassie letting us know we're going into round 3, and Chelsea is showing off the belt. hopefully the belt being walked around will motivate these gentlemen.
They need some motivation from somewhere. They seeing the belt pulling out of their butt, I don't care. Time for the corner to get out of there.
Hey guys, ringside. Calling the action live here at this title fight. Michigan Battle League. Going in the third round now. Whoever gets on top needs to create space.
Nice high kick there.
Attempt there. Again, Dan Fox with his chin way up in the air though. That can be bad. Coming with a big overhand right. Falls off balance. Franklin getting the better control here if he can sprawl his legs back. Possible guillotine shove. Now you get the leverage.
Needs to go for the knees right
guillotine
now.
Or neck crank. Or Dave Schultz choke like I taught the other night. By shoving the guy into the cage.
He needs to knee
John
him.
Jones
He needs to wear him out.
He's got to do something to wear him down. Like the ref says,
now you're not going to get
you got to keep the action going.
Usually.
You know, if you're not blocking, you should be hitting. That's just the #1 rule of fighting. You should always be either moving, blocking, or hitting.
Or all three at once.
If you can,
but Dan Franklin maybe, I thought he could have defended that. It was just a simple twist. Franklin might be gassing here.
Fox's arms are free. He's drilling him.
Ground and pound.
Some good ground and pound is Dan Fox. Referee's taking a close look at it. He's kind of turtling on his side now. That's not usually a good sign if you're not pushing the leg to shrimp or elbow escape. Referee calls it. He stops it. TKO stoppage. Referee stoppage.
Fox kind of looked up like he was asking the ref to stop it.
Booing.
And champion, Dan Fox. Dan the Destroyer Fox gets this one done.
The Destroyer has destroyed yet another.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes of this championship bout. And 1:30 in the third round, your winner and new champion, Dan the Destroyer Fox. All right, Dan. Been watching you fight for a while now. And you don't get just a little bit better every time. You get exponentially better every fight that I see you fight. Very impressed with your natural abilities. I know you're an independent mixed martial artist. Are you thinking about going to a gym and training and taking it to the next level or what?
Yeah, definitely. I know to make it to make it good in the next level, I'm definitely going to train my...
Yeah, don't throw up on me.
Got cotton off.
A lot of us have cotton mouth, but for another reason.
Yeah, earlier today.
There you go. Dan, I tell you what, man of few words, but many fists, many punches, and the new 185 Michigan Battle League champion in the house tonight. Thank you very much.
All right. I love coming and fighting for Michigan Battle League. I like to come put on a show. I'll fight anybody, any weight. I've cut down to 155 before. I fought at super heavyweight. I really don't care. Dan came in better than me today. He beat me today. Maybe we'll do it again. But for right now, Uncle Sam called my number. It's time for me to go to the SEALs. I'm done fighting. I qualified for BUD/S training to become a Navy SEAL, and I'm leaving. And I'm gonna go do my duty to serve the country. Good job, man. This is my 59th fight as a mixed martial artist. If the moment it comes again for me to come back and fight with you guys, I'd love to. But for right now, I need to do my best to go prepare so I can serve you guys the right way. Protect the freedom of the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion tonight. We want to say thank you for both these competitors putting it on the line tonight.
To fill the voice, Davey.
We're going to take a real quick picture right now, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for the Knockout of the Night, Submission of the Night awards.
The following Michigan Battle League matchup was brought to you by ACSLive.TV. Live.
Okay,
MMA.
so we're going to go ahead and pull out the information. Knockout, this submission of the night. Michael Robinson.
This has been brought to you
your
by
winner, Michael Robinson. Where you at?
.tv. And our friends at IntimidationClothing.com.
Knockout and fight with
Get
Jeremy and Scotty tonight.
All your foes out there.
For both knockout and fight of the night. Receive your trophies.
Don't forget about April 27th, Pretty City Fight League at ACSLive.com. Quincy Rice, guys on the underground. I believe that is his event or his friend's event. So
okay, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Michigan Battle League. My name is Phil the Voice Davey, reminding you keep your chin down,
WXC
keep your guard up, and keep swinging for the fences. We'll see you next time.
Guys, thanks for watching Michigan Battle League Tournament of Champions 4. It's been great calling the action here. Caitlin the Wolf Cub, Rob, what did you guys think of tonight's event?
It was a very exciting event. We've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen boxing, we've seen grappling.
We saw the first 3 fights by choke. First 3 fights by choke. We've seen some vicious ground and pound. You know, we saw a nice armbar. And we saw some really good jiu-jitsu by Timmy Buckingham. We saw a title, Dan Fox get the title. We saw a huge 2 extremely vicious overhand
Scotty
rights
Fox.
by Scotty Thunder Fox, training out of Kaminari Dojo in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Ryan Bowe's gym. And, you know, you got to give props to his opponent, Jeremy Brown, was tough and in there, and he got back up. It was unbelievable.
I couldn't believe he got up from that first hit. I would have laid there and prayed for them to count to 10.
I don't know if I would have woke up. I don't know if I would have woke up from that ever. So, you guys, Michigan Battle League seems to be a really good venue for these amateur fighters in Michigan and Indiana and local areas to get some experience. And, you know, we really saw a lot, and I'd like to see some of these guys again for sure.
If you get a chance to check them out, Michigan Battle League is definitely worth your time.
So thanks from Caitlin the Wolf Cub.
And Rob.
In and out.
Ow!